5 seconds remaining.
Hello, welcome back for what could potentially be our deciding game here between Team Kinguin versus Team LGB of the ESL One Hamburg EU qualifiers. This is only day 1 in our first best of 3 series. We have one more after this, which will be Team Midfield versus Team Rocket. I'm Hades, this is PQMZ. Hello P, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Greetings, my lord.
Slightly different. Slightly different draft this game, at least. The two cancer heroes oppose each other.
So we were kind of speculating that we might see a bit of a different draft, and Kinguin decided they want to speed things up. They want to take out Spirit Breaker, they take out Lich, they take out Bat Rider, but they open up with Venom and Rubik. Pretty strong green opening.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Yeah, the green dream.
Remember the good old days when OG was an actual green dream?
Yeah. I think it's cool they got sponsored by Red Bull though, you know? Like, if you want to sponsor in esports, Red Bull is the sponsor. You would want, I think.
10 seconds.
Right.
Or Monster, actually, because I think Red Bull is a bad drink. But, you know, Red Bull have a lot of money.
Is this the sellout? Is this the sellout where we kinda like, you know, where you do
Hey
this?
man, Monster is drinkable, Red Bull is not, in my opinion. It's only drinkable with excessive amounts of vodka, so...
No man, that's a quick way to like have another heart attack.
Yeah, I'm not saying I do it, but...
Alright.
I think that's the only way Red Bull goes into my system.
Not for me.
Otherwise it's Monster.
I am a clean person. I just don't drink. Alcohol is not my thing.
I don't drink that often. Just occasionally.
At a pub, get a good beer.
With my friends after badminton. Feels good.
Oh, you play badminton too? Okay, cool. Alright, so meanwhile...
Oh my god, Oracle. This hero's been dead for like... ever.
Lycan as well.
I still think it's a good hero.
It is. I think we actually... I have seen a couple of Oracle picks in C. I mean, from the tier 2 teams, not the ones that we've casted. I mean, when I casted like some Singapore qualifiers, like the Asus or ROG Masters, where, you know, we saw tons of Oracle. I like the usage of Oracle in general, like. But I feel maybe there are reasons which I'm missing out on why it's not picked up as much. But Kinguin, they go back for the Silencer pick. They pick up the Lycan. This is great, but okay. LGB, and they ain't kidding around. And this is scary. I feel this is really scary because, you know, you go for Oracle Huskar, you're going to be grouping up a lot, right? But Team Kinguin, they have great heroes to push and challenge you at the silence. Like, you can go for tier 1. You know, LGB, they don't siege that quickly compared to like Team Kinguin, where they can take 2 towers by the time you take 1.
Yeah, that is definitely, I think, the game plan they'll look to go towards. And then, if they can manipulate the map, then they can use Silencer as a way to, like, cover their initiation and then maybe get out as well. But I think some of the reason Oracle isn't picked is the meta is kind of too fast for this hero. And it relies on you having a Huskar, a Monkey King, or some hero that really benefits from the steroiding. And you also have to be really good at the hero, I think. Like, if you're an average Oracle player, I don't think you get enough out of the hero. It's kind of similar to Earth Spirit, but anyone that can hit stuns on Earth Spirit can warrant the hero being picked. Oracle, it feels slightly different. And don't get me wrong, the hero's not that hard to play, but to get maximum use out of it and, you know, save your team, like cover the Necro with the W and stuff, there's a lot of core utility with it that you can very easily mess up because all the spells are double-sided, pretty much.
Well, so far at least from the drafts, do you think that LGB have what it takes to cheese Kinguin, or because we saw in game 1, it was a stomp.
Anytime you see Huskar Oracle and there's not a Huskar AA on the other side, there is potential for cheese.
Yeah, they're thinking very hard how they want to run this offlane, that's for sure. Well, I can see why they took out the Brood Mother. I mean, Kinguin, they could have been considering that for themselves. You never know. Or they could be thinking of
ways. They want a Puck or something, I think.
A Puck on the offlane?
Yeah, I mean, okay, it kind of sucks to play against Silencer, but Puck is so good against Lycan. It gives them some form of catch. It gives them a really strong lane with the Night Stalker.
Okay, yeah, I guess. I was gonna suggest something like a Timbersaw, but
they need catch.
Yeah, that, I agree with you.
Puck can also push out waves, which is really important for them. Like, sure, okay, Timber can do that, but he also gets a lot of farm off the map, and he doesn't necessarily like 5-manning that early. Well, I mean, we'll see how they go. I have played against this guy quite a lot, and his opinion on drafting is not always the conventional way. He sees a few other options.
Darks
okay, so Darks is more like more fighting orientated, but it still has the farm issue, and we'll see.
And Kinguin just went straight for, you know, Viper. They're like, right,
they knew what they wanted.
Yep, immediately, which is pretty good, and this indicates a great game plan. So who is going mid? Is this like a Veno offlane? Is this like, well, I mean, what's this like?
Yeah, Veno offlane, Viper mid, and then Lycan does fine against Darks here because of the regen from your E. It's just going to be where the supports go, because I'm not too sure that the Rubik has much place against the Darks here. And if the Night Stalker's there, then like the Rubik gets really bullied. The Silencer probably starts mid like he did last game to bully the Huskar or Necro, whichever one goes mid. Looks like it's for Huskar by players, but maybe again it's just one guy plays Huskar and knows how to armlet toggle and the other guy doesn't. We'll see. Maybe one of them has standards and will only play a certain level of Cancer and won't dip to Huskar level. We'll see. I expect this to be a bit of a closer draft though. I didn't see the last draft, but with how the game ended up happening, it was extremely one-sided.
But Viper versus Huskar is still gonna be, you know, somewhat scary. Like, I'm not sure how to feel about that, especially since, you know, Viper Huskar can really go either ways. It's a bit of a tough call. Like, you know, even Corrosive Skin will not be able to help you that much against the Burning Spears. Oh, it's just, oh, okay, hold on, never mind. It's gonna be like a Necrophorus mid, but still, Viper Strike is a pain to play against as a Huskar. It's tricky to the toggle against as well. But
and he just hits like a truck the entire time because of Never Toxic, so.
By going against the Necromancer, well, some Necrophos, Necromancer, oh my god. Yeah, Necrophos is going to be, you know, no hero's going to have a fun time against Viper, that's for sure. Like, every time I see Viper, I'm like, I don't want to lane against this guy, you know?
Laning against Viper is, it's doable, but yeah, it's never enjoyable. Necro is probably slightly better off than most because he has a way of getting out of the, you know, I wish these people would stop pinging, Jesus Christ. But the Ghost Shroud helps with not being like run down and killed. And you have decent regen if you can actually get the last hits. Which in the first few waves shouldn't be the biggest problem, because you know, the damage is about the same.
Alright, so we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, if Kinguin, you know, these guys with Deer on the Lycan, can he outpush the cheese, which is Oracle Huskar? Let us know what you think in the chat.
So. Anytime I see a Huskar, I want to puke.
I don't like this hero. Maybe it's because I suck at this hero.
I mean, I have very bad experience playing against this hero, so I'm biased as to why I don't like it.
Oh, I've just got horrible mechanics when I play Huskar. I mean, this.
I never play the hero. I just hate playing against it in officials.
It's so weird.
It's tilting, man. Really tilting.
So getting a good start on the Necrophos. They're gonna just get some couple hits up. Telekinesis, if they can get the poison attacks in. Mo actually might be dying here. He has the Death Pulse and the Fairy Fire. Oof, that's close.
Yeah, that's a salve just from a lift and a howl.
But First Blood already going the way to LGB. Plenty of slows with the Purge and the Flaming Spears. They pile up. And first blood going to Pwn.
Yeah, and they get the pull off as well, so this Venom is going to have a horrible lane. Like he has no access to the archers anymore, the creeps are just going to kill them.
No, going to be in trouble, they have the lift. Oh, this is definitely a kill, and it will go to Queso. So 1 for 1. Yeah, the top lane is losing out, but the middle lane is... It's a disaster.
Yeah, this is how they save their top lane, by bullying this Necro and then making the Night Stalker rotate away. And then any time that the Venom goes to the lane, as long as he has a TP, he can get away from the Huskar and the Oracle. You know, they're just going in mid again. They have a Howl, if they want to use it. Howl, 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 hello, hello. Don't even need it.
More than
level,
enough.
you know?
And the TP's cancelled as well, so... Debated.
Again, I think this is just them being the better team. Like, I don't think the Night Stalker needs to be top when his mid lane's getting completely destroyed. That or the Oracle goes mid instead, and you know you can stop the Rubik trading hits, and then you can purge off the Howl as well, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. So if someone in chat says, and you can tell me, let me know. But, yeah, at least they get a courier snipe. Something goes right for them.
Still, it's not the biggest deal, you know, when your Necrophos is so far behind. He just got his first CS, and his second. This Viper's having a great lane, and Rubik's back into the party as well.
And this Night Stalker's smoking at 2 minutes into the game at level 1. Ah, he's optimistic. Let's just call it that, you know, a little bit of optimism.
And Rubik's just hanging around making sure, because they seem to know that someone's off the map. Well, Paytos forced to jungle, he doesn't really have a choice. He needs to get those plague wards up if he wants to jungle a bit quicker. Not an easy game. And Rubik's just hanging around once again.
I mean, like, this is the joy of having Lycan. You don't need a hero that can babysit him against Darkseid, because he has the regen to deal with it. And the global presence means that if you put your supports in other lanes, and they do a lot more. Howl is a very, very strong spell in the first few minutes of the game. And especially when it hits nighttime, like, his team will be very happy to be getting like an extra 30 damage a hit. And you know, the health is nice.
And now Night Stalker coming in, they want to try and force the issue in the bottom lane. Queso getting a run down, telekinesis lift, do they have the right click damage? I don't think they do. The last word, Fade Ball, oh actually they do have enough damage, Rod might even die as well. Now using that Howl. Ooh, everybody hurts like a truck. One more right click in from the Lycan, ow! What the heck?
Ow is right.
Ow, that's 2 kills.
30 damage, dude. 30 damage.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah.
And just like that, you know, it's a 459 gold, or 469 gold swing. Cone's coming back to the middle lane.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. A Night Stalker who's level 1, has more net worth than his mid lane Necro, has phase boots, but is level 1.
Okay, that's depressing. That's really, really depressing. Pwn, he's just trying to leech EXP. He wants that level 2, which he will finally get. And now he's gonna try and rotate to the middle lane, but they already spotted that out. You know, Venom did ping him out. But I don't think Nisha's too concerned. Like, he just picked up his boots.
No, he won't care at all.
He's like, alright, you wanna come mid? Come at me. They put a wall down.
Fight me.
Exactly. And he's controlling the creeper so well. Neko can only just get EXP. Silencer gonna put getting a deep ward down. I don't feel good if I'm this Neko. If not for the high ground miss, he's already down to below half HP. There we go. Nisha looking angry, has the Viper Strike. Ghost Shroud level 1, but it's okay. He's going under the tower. He doesn't actually care. Okay, now he does. But here's Nisha.
I just don't understand.
Oh, he gets the hit.
Like, this Night Stalker moves away, and then that's when Viper goes aggressive.
In case
it's just a
they
bad
find a
timing,
kill.
you know.
And they lose the
And then
Huskar.
Howl means that this kill is super easy. Because he's going first item armlet, being super greedy. No boots. No levels in his queue either for regen in the lane. Not that he needed it until now, but you know. Now that this hero's actually in his lane, he might regret his decision. We'll see.
Alright, so Huskar is trying to lay out this flaming spears, bring Lisa H a bit down, and Opponent does get one kill, which is K-Sword. Paytos did use the Venomous Gale already. But
yeah, they're gonna get 2.
yeah, Lisa H is dead for the count, and Tiang's gonna get some gold. So that's not a bad thing, you know, they're somewhat salvaging the situation. But this Viper is pulling further and further away from this Necrophos.
I mean, this Darkseer has
Viper Strike.
13 CS, nothing. And the Night Stalker has more net worth than like the rest of his team, pretty much. I don't know. The game's gonna mostly come down to the Huskar, I think, at this point, because the rest of the heroes are not doing well. I know it's early to say, but I just don't have much faith.
I mean, it was quite evident in game 1 that Kinguin are obviously the stronger team tactically. It's not about the draft, like you said, you know, it's just about the way the general team movement, the team chemistry. This Necro is so poor.
He's gonna stay poor until like either his team stacks for him or he gets a TP and can rotate to a lane and get a kill. Which, I mean, I don't really know which lane you'd want to rotate to, because killing the Veno is like the easy kill if he's away from his wards, and then you can maybe push the tower, but the tower's taken no damage, so that's a full health tower. Same for the mid tower, same for the bottom tower, so like his rotations aren't going to be good, you know? So he just goes to the jungle, and meanwhile his
Pone's in trouble.
Making space.
+2 going the way to Lisa H. Tranquil's on the way.
Level 5 Ruby. Feels pretty good.
At 8 minutes in, that's pretty good. Necro basically forced out of his own lane. Usually a lane winning hero, and Viper's just too strong. He's got Treads, Aquila, Raindrop.
Like both games this has happened, you know? Like, they just put 2 heroes mid and the Dire side don't do anything about it. I mean, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? That's what they should be thinking. I don't know why they don't deal with this, but it's causing them problems.
But they smoke up, looking for some tasty kills. They pop the wolf form. They're gonna jump right into the Huskar, who, yes, he has boots. Popping the he's gonna try and armor toggle through this. He's gonna die. Paytos might actually burn down here. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
At least he got the
here. Yeah, he's looking for Hajad though. Under the tower, look at those crits. This ooh, that was close. Here comes Pone. Nope. Lift back, stun into Mo. Easy disengage.
And meanwhile, the Viper's just going to chunk down the middle tower. Sans is getting some levels bottom just to catch up a bit. Game's looking really solid for them. Like, having a good early game against a Huskar team is incredibly important to not just lose control of the game at the 15-minute mark or so. When Roshan starts dying, your towers start getting pushed. Right now, sure, the Huskar's farming decently, but he's going to need like his team to help him, and the Darkseer currently has next to nothing, so does the Necro.
Top lane, Veno already getting caught up by the fortunes, and easy kill here for the Huskar, but Taeang not doing too shabby. I mean, Life Break, I've never really understood this spell, like, you know, how much it actually does. Like, maybe that's why I'm not a Huskar player. But 8 to 6, you know, Kinguin.
Think of it like a blink, man. You just use it to get in people's faces and hit them.
But that spell, there's like no way to cancel it once you're in midair, you know? Like, it brings you to sometimes to the most ridiculous places.
Yeah, you can get taken to someone's fountain if you get hit with the right timing on TPs.
Alright, so middle lane, they want to try and go here onto the Viper. The Viper is really low, telekinesis lift. Gonna stun someone back through. Could be the Darks here. Reaper Scythe, not gonna kill anything. Nice save from Jedlo. Oh dear. He's playing for the other team. And Nisha, they will not be able to kill Rod. Mo, they're chasing him down. Taking a ton of damage from the Curse of the Silent. Do they have enough? Oh, he's gonna get away in 20 HP. Actually, no, +2 still going to K-Saw. And this is where they just group up, get some siege damage onto the tier 2. Paytos has the level 4 Plague Wards. They're looking really good, and they have a siege card with 3 range creeps. Things not looking too good. And yes, you may have the Huskar with life breaks, go straight to the bottom. But Exotic Deer is just gonna wolf form and get out.
Yeah, probably run to the shrine and then go mid.
Rod, very little he can do. It's just a level 1 vacuum. The range isn't long enough, and neither does he have a blink. He doesn't even have a mech. And the tier 2 tower is about to fall 12 minutes in. So this is just one way of accelerating those, that timing for Kinguin.
And most importantly, making it so that they have their items before the Huskar team does. Don't get me wrong, Huskar is a hero that can play the game as it goes late, but most of the ways you lose to this hero are when you try to fight it early and they just have like either one too many items or your team doesn't have the items just yet. But with what they're getting done on the map so far, the Lycan has his book 1, which is going to help a lot, and you know, Viper's just got like his first run of stock items. See what he goes into next. Looks like a force.
Yep, he's going for the full Hurricane Pike. Dragonlance already completed, like you said. He's got the start of items building up. And at the same time, 13 minutes in, they're just going to start taking away another tier 1 tower. But over the back, I think there was a smoke play?
They weren't smoked.
But they take out the silencer.
They might have smoked to start with, but not in the end. So they get a wrap around, but I imagine they get out now.
Huskar?
Unless they really want to kill this Huskar.
Walking in with the Viper Strike down. Alright, so he's gonna die, but the false promise comes out. He's gonna get all that lifesteal. Nisha has nowhere to go. He's gonna try actually man fight Pone. He has the 1 charges, he actually gets the kill. Does he TP out? I think he might. Yep, he is going for the optimistic TP out. He's gonna survive this. So it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade, both supports dying. And wow, that's just impressive. I mean, as a Viper. Just doing Viper things, right? I mean, maxed corrosive skin. He actually went for the maxed out nether toxin, not so much into the poison attack.
That's the way you deal with the Huskar.
And he's not getting too much done. You know, the tier 1s are still standing. Kinguin, they are the ones with the map control, not the Huskar. So this is pretty good. And let's have a look at the gold change. It's 784 when you... Oh, it was a 2-for-1 trade. Okay.
And now Veno's got a medallion as well, so if they do take a decent fight, Roche is very much on the table.
What's the next item you have for Huskar? Do you think Huskar goes for armor, halberd? Yeah, I mean it's
halberd or solar crest or.
Would you not want lifesteal?
You get it through the talent, I think. I mean, maybe you pick up a casual match.
Wow, Poison Nova and the bash.
Got bashed by Roche.
17%. Who needs Spirit Breaker?
That's what you get for picking Huskar. That is karma. Thank you. I'm so glad. My day has been made. Filthy Huskar pickers getting what they deserve.
Man, dude, savage.
Yeah, look, these like 4 heroes are trying to kill them.
Reaper Scythe, they want to kill the Rubik, but they can't even kill the Rubik. Necrophos is dead. +2 to Leasage. And Hajadlo to follow him into the grave. 3 heroes down. Rod surged, just burnt all his mana. Pone will get the K-Saw kill, but Lisa H with the body blocks. Spot on point. And they will get a 3-for-1 trade.
I wouldn't be surprised if XGG comes in the next fight, if they lose like that again. To be fair, they had no Huskar that time. And he's like their only hero that does anything right now. Oh, there's still an Aegis there, XD. That's how confident they are, you know?
Just casually forgetting the Aegis. Alright, Viper gets it.
Yeah, and now the other team's gonna be like, we're losing to the guys who don't even pick the Aegis up. Great stuff.
Tilt.
That's the next level mind game.
EU Aegis, EU Aegis.
I mean, it's not as bad as KYXY, so you know.
Oh dear.
They might have donated it, you know, but his team's like, no, we have to win, You know, we've got things to do later. No mercy.
Dyer's bottom tower is
And like it nearly has book 3 at a really good timing. Like 20 minutes used to be the Vlad's book 3 treads timing. He's gonna have it before that. Admittedly, he has no Vlads, but
Playing around with
get
JL.
another item.
Okay, I know you said that he has, you know, the talent for lifesteal, but still, I do worry for the Huskar because they're not getting that many objectives. The map control's not there. They get the lift up and bang, down goes Mo. This Necrophobe is having a sad game. Look at his net worth. You won't even believe he's a mid. He was the mid hero if you're just starting to tune in. Fortune's in to debuff himself. You know, Exotic here, he just TPs into the mid.
You're telling me he wasn't the support duo with the Oracle? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you telling me the Night Stalker was the mid player here?
I mean, it seems more like it. If you look at the net worth, that's the impression you're gonna get.
If you look at how they're playing, that's the impression you're gonna get.
Mo is having the toughest game of his life as the Necrophos. Like, I don't even know how you would have played against that. You know, Viper and Rubik. That's the nightmare.
You just need a second hero to sit mid, so that the Rubik can't bully you, and then you trade CS. But they didn't do that, and they didn't do that in the first game either. When they had a TA that was just getting bullied by Silencer. They didn't learn from their mistakes, and they just tried to cheese people by picking Huskar without learning from their mistakes. So it feels really nice to see them get punished.
Tier and tower mid, about to fall. Lift, will you get the tower deny? Yes, he will. Nice bit of style. And Jiang, what do you think about the flame break? Life break? Nope. Oh, I think they want to fight. Yep, they're baiting. Look at Lee Sage. Visage. Global silence. Nowhere to go. Down goes Huskar. And they earn up, so he's gonna be okay. They find 2 kills. Wow. Kinguin outplaying. It is.
Oracle pretty bad.
In top lane, they even get the tower as well. Gale is gonna miss just barely, but still they will get, you know, plenty of damage out. Taunting, he's taunting. He's taunting, he's just taunting. He doesn't care, he's just taunting. And they're ready to push.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I would.
If you could, you know,
I
would.
would. So laying out the Plague Wards. With the Necro units, they start to push. Nisha going for the Hurricane Pike play. Fortification is going to be forced out, but very little that they can do here with this Huskar draft. Just look at this tower fall. Outplayed, outfarmed. Nisha still right-clicking around to Rod. They pop the Midas, but he's going down anyways to the Nether Toxin and Curse of the Silent. So that's going to be Lisage getting 1 kill. Jiang also should be dying here. They use the False Promise. Life Break. Nisha still not yet dead. Has the Aegis. It's okay. He's back fine, you know?
He's not even dead, man.
I know. Okay, now he will pop to the Void. But Dark's here. Buyback is real. But the melee bags will go down anyway. Look at all those Plague Wards. No wall. Oh dear, you're right. 4 hero vacuum. But okay, many heroes are dying. 2 for 1 trade. They want to go for the Huskar and they will bring him down. He'll be forced to buy back, but they've had it. They've called it 21-10, and you were right. After this fight, it was just over. Kinguin outplaying this Huskar strat. So I know you're secretly very happy about this PQMZ. Actually, not secretly happy. You're very happy.
It's not secret at all. It's not secret at all. But let's be fair. The better team won. Like, I think they did the right thing trying to do some kind of cheesy strategy, because after they got kind of just trashed and thrown around game 1, you don't pick a normal lineup if you know they're better than you. So you gotta try some kind of cheese to get a win in this situation. They tried it, they failed horribly, and Kinguin played, you know, about as well as you'd expect. They made a lot of plays with their 2 supports that generally don't get categorized as like roaming playmaking heroes, but you know, with Howl, suddenly 2 600 ranged heroes with about 50 base damage and boots do a lot at 2 minutes into the game.
Indeed, and I think just setting the pace that game with the Rubik Viper mid really messed up, you know, Mo so much that he had to be maximum tilt. He's 0 and 7 at the end of the game.
Feels very, very bad.
It does. But alright, that's our first best of 3 series for the EU qualifiers for ESL Hamburg on this stream concluded. We have one more series coming up for you guys in a bit. Okay, not a bit, but it's going to be a while, because if I look at the schedule, right, it's going to be
it's in an hour and 20, right?
Yeah, it's an hour and 20. So we're going to have a pretty long break. And our next series will be Meet or Feed versus Rocket. And okay, so yeah, we're going to take a pretty long break. And if you guys enjoyed the cast, if you have any feedback for us, you can follow me at Hades.tv. You can follow my co-caster at PQMZ_. So yep, we'll be back for more ESL Hamburg games. Oh, any words for our next, for our viewers about the next series, PQ?
I hope, as much as they probably do, that it's a closer series.
Alright, so you heard it. And we'll see you guys for the next series in an hour and 20. I'll be updating on the stream and in chat if they decide to start it earlier. So having a bit of a break. See you guys later.